So my name is Pascal Bornet. I'm a recognized global expert and I would say pioneer in the field of intelligent automation. I'm an executive coming with 20 plus years of experience in digital transformations. I founded and led the AI and automation practices for AI at McKinsey and EY Ernst & Young. I'm also the author of the first an Amazon bestseller book on intelligent automation, Learn How to Harvest AI to Boost Business and Make Our World More Human. I'm a member of the Forbes Technology Council. I'm a senior advisor for several institutions like the Institute of Robotic Process and Automation and Artificial Intelligence. And before all, I must say I'm passionate about making our world more human with artificial intelligence, automation, and technology in general. So passionate that I like to influence. I like to speak about it, to share about it. Been awarded Global Top Voice in Tech by LinkedIn, where I have more than 300K followers and sharing a lot as well on Twitter, Instagram, and other social media. Very happy to be with you today and to again share my passion with you. I would start with it's one of the most recent and impactful trends in the broad field of artificial intelligence. My co-authors and I, supported by the insights shared by more than 200 intelligent automation experts, have defined intelligent automation as a combination of methods and technologies involving people, organizations, but also machine learning, low-code platforms, robotic process automation, APIs, and more. I think you might have heard about hyper-automation, cognitive automation. All those buzzwords, I would say, for us are synonyms. The differences, the nuances between those terms do not deserve much attention. Let's make it very simple. Those are synonym words. Intelligent automation is aimed at automating end-to-end business processes in a computerized environment. Basically, it delivers business outcomes on behalf of the employees. It works hands in hands with them to deliver faster, better, and cheaper services, improving significantly employee, but also customer experiences. So let's take a very simple example. I.A supports the automation of most work activities in a procure-to-pay end-to-end process. A procure-to-pay end-to-end process is a process that any company has, which is about procuring goods or services and then paying them to those vendors. And let's go through this end-to-end process and see how intelligent automation can help. It starts with the selection of vendors. And very often here you will use machine learning to help you rate and score and get to the most suitable vendors for your products and your services. Secondly, it's about sending orders. So it's about that. And here we will very often leverage workflow platforms that helps to route the data, route the messages, and approvals through different stages and different people in the organization. Second, it's about receiving and processing invoices after the services or goods have been delivered. And this can be done automatically using natural language processing. And finally, all those end-to-end process about procure to pay, finish by paying. So it's the payment that is a very rule-based activity which can be done using robotic process automation. So as you can see, an end-to-end process, usually performed by an employee on a computer, is now being performed by a sequence of technologies put the one after the other, and that help to automate, to streamline with a very limited human intervention an overall end-to-end process. And here, allow me to make a difference. A difference, first of all, with between intelligent automation and industrial automation. Okay, and we've all heard about industrial automation and the first, second, third industrial revolutions that happened in the previous centuries. Here, IA focuses on automating the work done by knowledge workers. So basically, knowledge workers are the ones like you and I, by the way, and most of you listening to us, whose principal capital is knowledge. Example, programmers, physicians, pharmacists, architects, engineers, scientists, designers, lawyers, doctors, and so on. All of us, all of those people and all of us think for a living, okay? So we are called knowledge workers. And this is as opposed to manual labor, which is material-based, okay, common in manufacturing industries, where those people create value using their hands and legs, okay? Knowledge work is information-based, and commonly found in service industries. And very often we hear the word white collar, okay, as opposed to the blue collar of the industrial automation. And we demonstrate in the book that while industrial automation was a critical component in the last centuries, where most of the workforce was focused on physical and material-based activities, we demonstrate that today knowledge work represents more than 80% of the global workforce. So hence, we expect the impact of intelligent automation on the world of work to be as significant as the one that happened in the previous industrial revolutions. Simply put, artificial intelligence is about mimicking human intelligence using technology, which is great. Being able to analyze, create insights, learn using technology brings a lot of great benefits to companies and to society. The concept of intelligent automation is broader than that. And instead of having just the capacity to think and learn, it brings the capacity to also understand the environment and see what's happening around us, hear what's happening, connect with this environment through language, for example, the capacity to act, to execute actions. Okay, so the concept of intelligent automation is broader than the concept of artificial intelligence, in the sense that it includes it, but put it in connection with other capabilities. And remember the example I gave around procure to pay, it was really about connecting different capabilities to be able to automate an end-to-end process. There are many ones. It's a very complex question. I would say the most obvious one is the use of intelligent automation in a business context, helping companies to improve their efficiencies. And from my experience and the experience of my co-authors in the book Intelligent Automation, companies can increase their productivity and efficiency by a range of 20 to 60% using these concepts. On top of this, it helps. The impact of intelligent automation is at several levels. According to a Gallup research, 85% of the employees worldwide are not fulfilled by their work because they think it's too manual, repetitive, and tedious. IA solves a large part of this issue by freeing up employees from repetitive transactional tasks. Example, keying in invoice in an accounting software. And it refocuses those employees on more value-added and exciting tasks. like the one involving insights, creativity, relationship with the others. On top of this, it also augments those employees by transforming them into superhumans, able to generate insights from millions of data in just a few seconds. So, for example, identifying a tumor on an X-ray in just a few seconds. According to our research presented in the book, 30% of the current scope of work tasks can be augmented, while 70% of them can be either automated or eliminated. Think of those tasks that can be eliminated, like unproductive meetings or emails. On top of helping employees, intelligent automation helps customer experience. And from my experience, helping hundreds of clients of companies around it, it usually helps to improve customer satisfaction by over 50%. And for example, being able to reduce the contact center workload by over 50% as well. IA also helps to save lives, and we've demonstrated in the book that every year more than 10 million lives could be saved by a more intensive use of intelligent automation. Intelligent automation helps to support clinical trials, these research and vaccine designs, and we've seen it recently, disease diagnosis. On top of it, it helps to avoid medical errors. Another way IA can help the world is, and has already started to do it, is about making sure we allocate well the money and that we don't lose it through, for example, frauds, errors, or accidents. Okay, and based on our research, it's a target of $10 trillion per year that we could save if we had a more intensive use of intelligent automation around those activities. And just to make it to put it into perspective, $10 trillion represents the capacity of our world to double the budget for health and double the budget for education. So just to show how important this could be for our society. I definitely believe, yes. Artificial intelligence will end up swallow software, definitely. I think today and the post, to come back on the post that I did, it was showing an office desk with a lot of things on it, like a phone, notepads, a lamp, calendar. Okay, and we show in this video that everything comes into the PC, and everything, basically all that is on our office that used to be the objects to help us manage our day-to-day work are now embedded into a computer in the form of softwares. And I did a thought-provoking statement that while software has taken all our work tools of the past, it might take the software. And why do I say that? And why do I think it's not only a provocative thought, but also it will certainly become a reality? I think the interfaces between softwares and us are becoming and will become more and more intuitive. They will follow our fingers. They will follow our voice. Think of the Amazon and the Siri and all the others. More and more, we will use less and less software, because the way we will interact with technology based on artificial intelligence will make us completely forget that we are using softwares in the background. And And think of Neuralink. Neuralink is one of the latest initiatives launched by Elon Musk, which is about connecting our thoughts, our brain basically, with technology. I really believe that while we are at the stage of starting using our voice to connect with technology, using our thoughts will be the next step that will bring us to even more connectivity, more interaction, less friction, and a more fluid connection with automation. Okay. So yes, AI will swallow software, but what will swallow AI later? I believe in a few trends that are changing the world of artificial intelligence. One is around democratizing the access to artificial intelligence by using technologies that are easier to use, more user-friendly in the type of drag and drop, for example, helps any user in a company without specific skills to be able to use artificial intelligence and benefit from it in their day-to-day work. For example, automating repetitive transactional tasks or augmenting their work in certain activities where they need to analyze millions of data, for example. So I think we are getting into this. We are those softwares, those technologies, for example, in the name of low-code platforms, are really helping this change. So the impact of this change in happening in democratization of artificial intelligence is in two key dimensions. The first one is obviously when you have more people implementing artificial intelligence in companies, then obviously those transformations will go faster and broader. But on top of this, giving the possibility and empowering everyone in a company to use artificial intelligence to help their day-to-day work, make them become actors of the transformation. And when those people become actors, their ownership increases, and where their ownership increases, they are part of the transformation. It changes, and it helps to change the culture, the mindset of the company into more automation and more digitalization. Okay. So the first trend is about democratization, and I think the second trend is about using AI to implement AI. Today, it's crazy. It's crazy because most of the AI transformations are extremely human intensive. Ironically, implementing AI is a manual thing today. But more and more we see technologies coming that help to implement AI. And when you have technology implementing AI, there is no boundaries, no limits in the capacity, in the pace of the transformation that you will get, and in how broad they can be. So those technologies, for example, take the name of process discovery, process mining, machine learning, automated maintenance of AI applications. Those are the first technologies that we see coming in that help to increase. So from my experience using those technologies that came on the market just a few 3 years ago, they can already help to increase the transformation pace in companies by about 50%, and they can increase the scope and the breadth of what can be done by about 2 times. I think our world will change, and it really depends on what will happen over the next few years. If the pace of adoption of those technologies is high, it might happen that AI will be able to help us do the work that we do today, at least in a good amount. Okay, we might end up having to work maybe 30% of the time that we are working today. Of course, there are a lot of assumptions behind that, and there are a lot. For example, because AI helps us to produce work that we are today doing manually, AI will help to produce more wealth, because AI being cheaper than human workloads and producing much more, we'll be able to produce more faster, more efficiently. And this wealth created by AI needs to be shared equally across everyone, amongst everyone around the world. So we need to think of mechanisms like universal basic income or such mechanisms to help sharing this wealth around the world. And when this happens, whatever the amount of time we still have to work or not, the key thing is we would have more time for ourselves. We would have more time to do what passionates us, what basically makes us human. Okay, but also it's going to give us the time to do what is the most important for us when in our life. And I think what is the most important for us is the time we dedicate to our families, to our friends. It's the time that we dedicate to protecting our planet, for example. And it's the time, again, to do what passionates us, what makes us more human.